And right, there we go. Fine. We got there in the end.
Yeah, we did indeed.
We did indeed. Let's have a look. Yeah, I was a little bit late, only like 40 minutes late.
Just a little bit late, life takes priority sometimes.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up, Ferris. See you in chat. Okay, right, let's get into picks and bans because, I want to go to bed at some point tonight. Okay. I just need to pull up my picks and bans. Okay, so we're finally ready to go.
Brilliant.
My mic
Let's go.
sounds so different. Shut up, Ferris. Okay. So just waiting on picks and bans. Are they going to start? So yeah, it's Headless Horseman versus Renegade Ronin today. This is a replay. It happened last night, I believe. The first ban coming out from Headless Horseman is the Fenrir. What do you think of Fenrir, Harrison?
Good ban. I hate him when he's in my games. He's able to set up very well, very good utility, able to be played in jungle and solo support. Other teams, he's banning out Yemoja. A lot of utility ban in these first two. I'm wondering if they've scribbed each other before. This Yemoja's not usually a top priority pick and ban, but maybe they know something we don't.
Yeah, that's true. Yemoja is fairly strong, especially at the high levels. But it's whether they can actually play at our level. But people are better than me, so I know I can't play for shit. Waiting on next ban, taking a sweet time on this.
Very curious as to what each team are going to be playing today. If they're going to be playing through pressure, objective burn.
Yeah, I don't know anything about either team.
No, neither do I. So it'll be good to see. Good to see each two.
I heard the jungler for Renegade Ronin. I think he was trained by the one and only Threadus. I heard. You know,
I heard so as well. I heard so as well.
I don't have Atlas on my ban system, so I'm gonna stick an Outwash, but it is an Atlas ban coming from Headless Horseman and a Saket in response from Ronin. Saket's a bit of an interesting one, I think.
More potential support bans coming out from both teams, which I find interesting. Atlas is in a very weird spot at the minute where there is a big divide on who prioritises him and who thinks he's good. As we see in the SPL qualifiers, players like Hurrywind value him quite highly, but I've yet to see him in much more play. Same with Saket, really. It's a couple of targeted bans against each other team's supports.
Yeah, I think Saket's an interesting ban for the top three bans because she's good, but it wouldn't have been what I would have thought top three. But maybe they know, is it Lingy may have a 6 Saket. So.
Exactly. You would have thought that potentially banning out the jungler as well. We shouldn't forget that, but you would have expected them to ban something away like the Geb or the Khepri, which Lingy is going to pick up here as a first pick, quite a strong one.
Yeah, and there is a Nami hover. Right, and a Bacchus hover. And there's an Nami both locked in, yeah.
Not going to get much more pressure in lane than that combo right there.
Yeah, it's complete polar opposite to Geb as well. Right. Geb's a bit more of a slow starter.
Probably be expecting team on the right to be winning that duo lane early, unless the jungler would like to provide some extra pressure in the early game.
Yeah, well, they do pick up the Gilgamesh on Headless Horseman, and that obviously is quite good early pressure, especially with Merlin in mid lane as well. There's, again, decent pressure. Wheelix hover, and Wheelix locked in from Ronin. I know XD Raw does like his Wheelix, so
Very good pick into the backers as well.
Yeah.
Not
Keeping it
not
away.
many leaps coming out. A counter into this Gilgamesh. It's just remains to be seen whether that's going to be a solo or a jungle Gilgamesh. If it's a solo lane, we probably will be expecting the Awilix to be around there at some point around level 5.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely trying to go into the next phase of bans. A Cupid ban.
It's a very strange one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they all have movement movement abilities on Headless Horseman. So, and Cupid has been rising up in the in the meta a little bit. I don't have Cryptus either, so you're going to get another upwash. That's an there we go. So Cryptus coming out from Ronin is their last ban. Odin ban from Headless Horseman, and then the last ban is Chak. Yeah,
I do like these. I do like these bans coming through on the left here. The Odin, the Chark, last 2 good bans. Targeted around that solo lane. I'm starting to wonder now if these 2 teams have scrimmed each other before, because that is a very highly concentrated pool of bans towards the duo lane. Maybe trying to restrict best gods that the players are better experienced on.
Yeah.
Susanoo gets picked up.
Yeah, he's getting the hover. I know Cryptus is obviously there. Can't get words out. Cryptus is obviously super safe in lane, and in general, really. There's a Medusa hover with the Susanoo.
Susanoo pick into the jungle. Probably going to assume that this Gilgamesh goes into solo. Medusa is locked in. This team does have good burn through the mid lane. I'm just worried a little bit about their objective secure. There isn't much out of the team outside of maybe Susanoo ult. It's not the most reliable steal, but they definitely pick some picks that are useful towards burning objectives.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely true. I think Medusa early pressure might help with the duo lane a little bit, but Izanami Bacchus could just potentially snowball the early.
Yeah, if these 2 get ahead in the early game, it is going to be a very short game.
Yeah, for sure. And it's Bellona hover. Bellona's been rising up in the meta a little bit, and she's locked in. So, yeah, she's definitely been rising up in the meta quite a lot recently.
Definitely, the items like Death's Toll getting built a lot now by solo laners. How powerful it is, the sustain it gives in lane, as well as Berserker Shield.
Yeah,
very, very safe in lane with the ultimate as well. It's a good pick.
Yeah, definitely. Right, now let me quickly sort out the spectator whilst everybody loads in. Bear with me 2 seconds. Cool. Right, okay, let's get into gaming. So, yeah, it's obviously game 1. Yeah, Renegade Ronin versus Headless Horseman. Oh, I've just realised that we can't see the people on the map. I pressed a key and I don't know which one it is. This is going to go well. Oh, I can see. There we go. Right.
There we go. All sorted. Not quite dug on the casting there, Lockie.
No, not quite. Well, the spectator mode is so buggy. When you type in the team names, it counts as pressing the hotkeys. So, yeah.
That's why I don't cast.
Yeah, you end up messing everything up. Lingy getting a high ward over red buff. Yeah, actually, hang on, let's sort out these as well. God, noob caster over here. That's right. Boom. There we go. Cool. Right. let's get into it.
Get into it. Good. What should we be looking out for in this game? And any potential targets for ganks in the early game
I think
that you're seeing?
the Wheelix definitely needs to try and focus his Gilgamesh.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, at level 5, I'd be looking for an Wheelix gank over to the right, to the solo lane. It's probably the best person to be ganking, especially in the early game before you can get super tanky.
Definitely the best target, unless this duo lane of Bacchus and Izanami decides to try and get a flop ultimate off.
Yeah,
Gilgamesh's lack of CC immunity in his kit is going to be a bit detrimental, especially as he's gone for that teleport glyph. So he's going to have to play very closely to the tower to avoid getting hit by that ult.
yeah. It was a good pre-beats from Medusa. Carl is getting pretty low, but Cheesy Bacon doesn't quite have enough damage just to finish him off this early in the game. Yeah, it was a... don't know if you saw it on first gank. Medusa lost out on her beads. Good pre-beads before the Bacchus had even jumped, but...
Yeah, very good. Very good. Managed to keep herself alive there.
Yeah.
Hasn't used many pots, so she's going to have to use those to sustain up and try not to take too much CC because she is now looking to be that prime target for an Wheelix ult.
Yeah, for sure. And that's Horseman a little bit healthier in the duo lane, surprisingly. I guess they're just playing passive and sitting back. Just seen already a gank onto the solo lane. Already tried it from the Wheelix.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier.
Yeah, hasn't got the ultimate yet though to really make good use of a gank. I think Nope probably just needs to focus on farming until they do get to level 5, and then that's when he becomes a huge part in this game.
Definitely, this with this comp being built around the Wheelix, it's really going to be a win condition for this team.
Yeah.
If he farms up and gets level 5, gets these lanes ahead, it's going to be a good game as the Susanoo is ganking.
Yeah, comes in, is going onto it, but there's a good peel from back.
Good flop.
Keep him alive, yeah. Knocks him up and keeps him safe.
Well played. Izanami managed to keep hold of her beads there. Good attempt by the Susanoo, but all comes to naught, unfortunately. Pressure is going to go back to the Renegade Ronins just because of the sheer amount of clear that this Izanami has.
And Nope is coming down looking for the purple buff invade. Does get a good knock onto Medusa, potentially a first blood here.
This isn't good.
Yeah, can he get the stun? Medusa is very low, and Nope does get the first blood. That's a pretty big win for Renegade Ronin, and they might be able to get the purple buff. And I don't think they did. That was good.
Well secured by the Merlin.
Good rotation in from Legion Phantom to secure his ADC's buff. Beautiful play.
Yep, that's probably good communication to the jungler that early game Medusa's beads are down. The amount of CC that they have between an Awelish and a Bacchus, it doesn't really matter if the ultimate is an up or not. That Medusa's just not going to be able to play the game.
Yeah, the amount of pressure, you don't want to lose out on first blood. You see there's already 1,000 gold lead. Probably all coming mostly from that duo lane.
Mostly, yeah, but you see if you look on the table in the middle, already a 1-level lead in the mid lane, maybe a half a level.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're going to have to try and find pressure somewhere.
The Merlin rotating over to the left lane. Did lose out on a wave of farm. All right.
Medusa kept hold of her beads there, well read. There was no pressure coming up from the Izanami.
Yeah, definitely. If you can hold on your beads for as long as possible, that's always usually a good thing. Susanoo is hovering around duo lane, potentially looking for a fight. Izanami is at half health, so might end up going in here. He's waiting around, I think waiting for an opportune moment. Izanami is really low. Blink comes out from Susanoo, just misses the pull, but the ultimate comes out. The beads from Izanami to keep herself alive, that is good beads, but definitely worth it for Lingy to burn the beads of the ADC, looking for a gank later on. The Bacchus actually comes out. Not sure if that was necessarily needed, but hey,
No, I mean it's early in the game. It's at level 5. Well, there's 1 point in that ultimate. It's not going to do too much damage.
Yeah.
Trying to secure his own farm, snowball his lane as much as possible.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful on these ganks in left at the minute is Bologna and Wheelich managed to get the kill on the solo lane, and that was really well played by the both of them.
That's exactly what you want from the Wheelix, hitting level 5 and then immediately coming over to Gilgamesh and getting the ult on him. Probably you should have expected that when he went for the jump. And Nope is able to get the back camps again for the second time in a row, actually, because he actually picked them up when Susano was ganking on the duo side.
Yep, that kill in the solo lane. Teleport Glyph will be down for that Gilgamesh for a little bit, so he's going to have to walk his way back to the lane. It's going to cost him time getting there, which meant the Bologna could rotate and help her jungler get those back camps up.
Yeah. So it's pretty even XP wise so far. There's still almost 2,000 lead now for Renegade Ronin. So invading the back camps, getting the first blood, getting the purple buff, or not getting the purple buff even. But yeah, are able to extend their gold lead ever so slightly.
Yep, you see 2 leads in the 3 leads actually. I've just noticed solo, jungle, and ADC.
Ooh, good poke onto the Agni.
Almost kill onto the Agni. Well played by Merlin.
Yeah.
But this lead is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger for the Renegade Ronins. The Headless Horsemen have to nip this in the bud really quick. They're not managing to get any of this neutral farm. Except that bit there, I spoke too soon.
Good poke onto the weed. Potentially back is caught our position. Oh, unfortunately, get
whiffed
the mark. But do end up getting the kill. And maybe able to get the Wheelix as well. Not quite. Yeah. Does jump to safety. And
that's exactly what you need for the Headless Horseman at this point in the game.
Yeah, and they are actually able to pick up an Obelisk for their troubles as well. Getting onto the Geb. Yeah. Obelisk is so strong, I think.
Definitely too strong.
Yeah, in the early game, it means the supports can solo farm quite well. And actually end up a lot of the time sort of being at a higher level than they would be previously.
Yeah, the amount of damage it can just output is ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
See, this Merlin has just bought Tier 2 Trinket. Usually you'd see mid laners go into the sort of double pen, the Divine into the Spear of Desolation.
Yeah.
It's a very strange path that he's going to. Maybe it's something he's worked on before.
Yeah, potentially. There's Renegade Ronin do get a red buff invade off without really having to use anything.
No, that was way too easy.
Yeah, I think Headless Horseman probably should have been able to rotate for that. Knowing that the buff camp was coming up, probably should have been a little bit more ready, but she just weren't, in a position. Needed the back, etc.
Yeah, that's true. But the gold lead is still around about 2,000. They do have to start controlling this neutral farm and preventing these invades, because there's no pressure on anyone, especially this jungler. That the Wheelish is sort of being allowed to run riot here in the enemy jungle. And like I said earlier, if they don't stop these invades, this lead is just going to get bigger and bigger, and these objective fights. Ooh,
missed a kill, but again, nope. Just rotating over to solo lane, getting the Gilgamesh. Doesn't have the CC immunity.
Great kill in mid.
Yep, and he does finish off Pufus. Good flicker in from Merlin. I think they're going to get out without any issues. So yeah, that's definitely what you want. You lose a member in solo, but you do get the counter kill in left lane as the ult comes out from Medusa and a 1v1 kill. Master Plan Zero trying to escape, trying to get out. Medusa did come up for that, and yes, Susano is just going to finish off the kill with one simple last hit. Lingy, good rotation from the jungler. No potential.
Really well played by the Medusa there as well, pre-beading, making sure
comes out. They would get the damage, just not. Nope gets out by the skin of his cock. But I say that, maybe I spoke too soon. Gilgamesh is able to finish off the kill. Ultimate does come out from him.
Yeah,
Maybe
didn't allow that. Didn't allow the
Good
jungler
luck.
to get out. Stop the 3-0. That's a healthy amount of gold for shutting down that Awilix.
Yeah, for sure. I know able to get their own red buff this time, and might not have got the back camps, but at least yeah, he got a kill, which I definitely think's more than worth it.
You look at the gold leader shrunk round to about 600.
Yeah, which really is negligible at this point. Look at me using big words. Lionel comes out to escape the Gilgamesh. Good pressure from Carl to burn that. Potentially an easy gank, or an easier gank for Lingy now.
Definitely. You can see where each team is prioritising. You see most of the team out on the right side, just taking that Scorpion down now. The Susano has visited the left lane a couple of times now. Each team going to be playing through their respective side lanes. It's just looking like the mid lane is verging towards Merlin's side now. It's the Soul Gem that he picked up instead of the Divine Ruin. It'd be interesting to see how that 3v3 goes, just as the Awilix is rotating on over to this Medusa now.
Yeah, Bax is probably looking for a belly flop. Good Medusa,
Good
gets a double
beads.
stun. Geb comes in, good Geb ult. Potentially able to get the kill. No, not quite. Not able to lock him down underneath the tower. But Bacchus and his army are incredibly low, running for their lives. Geb ult, and nobody's able to get the blink off. Yeah, Geb probably should have just kept him in combat there. Awilix ult does come out for the Geb. I'm surprised but they do have the damage. His health bar is getting shredded. Agony comes in. Does miss the stun, unfortunately, so I don't think they are going to be able to get a kill. Susano comes in, blink out. Ult comes out, but down to damage onto Lingy, but Legion Phantom is able to finish off the kill. Geb shield keeps his jungler alive. Agni super low. Aegis comes out from Agni. Geb roll out, trying to body block. Let's go, going off. Master Plan gets the kill, and Agni's able to finish off Floyd 31. That was a pretty long fight.
Yeah, the damage was just too spread out there. Yeah, no one knew who they were targeting, especially on from the Headless Horseman. Unfortunately, they didn't get that earlier kill on Bacchus. Both the duo lane were very low, but I think they just stayed there for a bit longer than they needed to.
Yeah, that was quite an extended fight from both sides and a little bit messy, but hey, worked out in the end. Merlin is now 3-0, but is actually 2 levels behind, so it's
yeah, he's prioritising these. He's prioritising those rotations. He's been getting a few kills, but the Agni has been just farming the mid lane as much as he wants. Really, this gold lead is extended back to 2,000. So the Renegade Ronin really are showing how proficient they are in getting these gold leads and extending them.
Yeah, if I was Ronin, I would be looking towards the objectives at this point. You know, you've got 2k gold lead, you've got a level lead in mid, level lead in ADC. You want to be pushing your lead more. You don't want to just sleep on it. So yeah, if I was them, I'd definitely be looking to.
Definitely agree. Pyromancer around at this time would be a reasonably easy target, I'd say. I mean, Agni, great, secure with his ultimate 3 charges. Good burn from Izanami if she chose to rotate.
For sure. And as we say that, potentially there's a grouping around the Pyromancer now. Or the Sterling looking for Lingy, potentially. They are grouped around it. I'm surprised they're not going for it. You know, obviously I don't know that Sun is backed, I guess, but I've got grouping for it. But hey, maybe just
a little bit surprised. Maybe they just didn't feel that they were confident in that they were securing that. Better to be safe than sorry, I suppose. A little bit of a wasted opportunity, like you said, but it was a good ultimate.
Good double knockup from Bacchus and ultimate onto the Geb. Bacchus ult comes out, Geb ult comes out, Agni bombs are raining down. Bologna ult gets a double stun, but nobody's looking too low health at the moment. A lot of ultimates used, but not much in the end. Knock up on Lingy. Susano comes out. Good double stun from Agni. A
Good
lot of
Geb
damage.
shield.
Still nobody dead.
Good show.
Legion X Phantom is able to pick up Cheesy Bacon. That is not how I thought the fight was going.
No, that's Lengy owes his support a lot there. That was a really well-timed shell and Geb ult.
Yeah.
Geb 3, should I say, making sure his jungler can get out there alive. Legion Phantom being able to turn around that kill. This is now a very good opportunity for the Headless Horseman to be looking to pressure out these lanes so that they can look towards these objectives.
Yeah, for sure. They've shown that they can fight. They might be a little bit behind in gold, unfortunately, but yeah, they are winning these fights, or the fights are at least even. So they could definitely be looking to force a fight themselves. They've all just backed now as well, or most of them have just backed, spent up their gold. I would like to see them go for a Gold Fury. It does look like they are hovering around at the moment, and Renegade Ronin are doing Pyromancer currently.
Yep, that must be that's the call for the Headless Horseman to do the Gold Fury.
And they are burning it quick with the Merlin. His army is hovering around, but the ultimate is just
unlucky.
Off time, unfortunately. But
no vision there. No real direction or indicator on how low that Gold Fury was. Unfortunate. They do get the consolation prize of the Pyromancer though.
Yeah. Probably. Well, obviously it's less of a good trade for Ronin, but not all bad.
No, not definitely. That extra movement speed out base is going to help them rotate out. Probably going to help this Awilix rotate round and gank a little bit easier, get to her farm easier, so I wouldn't complain at it.
Seeing a Awilix gank onto Lingy. Awilix ult does come out again, does so much damage.
Wow.
And it is able to just solo Susano. It's absolutely swinging lights out on the Awilix. Potentially a ban for game 2 so far. I wouldn't like to play against this myself.
No, definitely not.
Some insane coaching with this guy, honestly.
No, the build coming out from this Awilix, the Crusher, it's just the amount of burst damage that she's going to get off of that the Feather Step combination. She steals away the speed buff.
A little bit too aggressive though. You get a bit too big for his boots. Legion Phantom is 5-0 currently, so absolutely swinging. Perhaps a little bit too greedy, and but Poofus and Cheesy Bacon do return the kill. Beads come out from Poofus.
That's probably a mistake.
Interesting one.
Yeah, it was interesting if that was tactical. There wasn't really much need to beat that ult when the solo lane was in there tanking that up. But you've got out of it, got the kill. Another good rotation from the mid lane. These mid laners are getting some really good rotations out in this game. It's the battle of the 5 kills in the mid and jungle respectively, though. At the minute, it's going to be interesting to see which side is the side that falters first. Really.
Yeah, it is really, really even. It's 1,500 gold between the teams. XP as well. You've got a lead in the mid lane for the Horsemen, but a little bit behind on your side lanes.
The side lanes rotating out are going to be a key factor to this. You see a large grouping around on the left. The Susano is not going to want to take this fight, as that does a huge amount of damage to the Susano.
Yeah, the Agni Bomb is doing a ton. Bacchus ult comes out, Medusa ult comes out. All the ults come
really
out.
Well, very good ult combination.
I really thought Medusa was dead there, but they end up turning the fight. Geb ult comes out into Poofus, potentially able to finish off the kill. Bacchus is out. Agni is really, really low. Lingy and Legion Phantom are trying to just catch up. They do get the slow onto Nope and
no, stay too long, get out.
Yeah, they're perhaps overstaying and do need to.
Yeah, they're going to be running in. They're going to be running. Yeah, carry on. Sorry.
That's all right. They unfortunately didn't get the kill onto either the mid lane or the support, but just unlucky, really.
No, unfortunate. The Geb ult tried to stop the Bacchus in his path. Very well played by the Headless Horseman to turn that one around. Medusa used all of her relics and ultimate in that first team fight when she was flopped on by the Bacchus. and ulted by the Izanami. Very well played by the Merlin as well to peel through damage, really. That Void 1-2 combo really, really hit. I think it was about 3 players. Really made them think twice about continuing that fight.
Yeah, definitely. The damage from the Agni bombs at the start and onto the Susano was so high. I really thought the Headless Horseman were going to be struggling in that fight, and especially because Medusa seemed to be caught out a little bit. But it's a great turnaround from them.
Yeah, definitely. I was concerned a little bit about this Merlin's early soldier. I'm thinking he wasn't going to have enough penetration to deal with this Bacchus or with this solo lane Bologna whenever he's made the rotations. But making me eat my words, really. 5-0-2. He's the shining star on that team at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. He's been playing really, really well. His rotations have been fantastic. Speeds come out from Susano for the Wheelix ult. Bacchus, a Wheelix combo is just hitting hard. Susano just able to get out. Solo poops his beads for the Gilgamesh ult in the back. And again, ultimates traded, no lives gone there. Still a huge hover, and Medusa Rock comes out too. Isn't able to get the stun, but a good CC combo onto the Medusa does finish her off. Geb is really, really low. Nope is able to finish off Carl 1144. Flory 31 goes down to the Agni, and now Headless Horsemen are running their tail between their legs. Potentially able to go for a Fire Giant here. Everybody is
looks to be a Fire Giant call.
Level now, yeah.
I think the Headless Horsemen are forgetting just how much damage these Agni bombs are doing, single-handedly turning around these fights.
Yeah.
You know, that first Agni bomb, the Agni stun that he hit onto Lingy completely just decimated his health bar.
Yeah.
And then again onto the solo and appealing just around by that red buff.
Yeah, the Agni bombs are hitting like a truck as Renegade Ronin are able to pick up Fire Giant and Pyromancer, so the gold lead is now 4,000.
About to get bigger.
Yeah, also about to pick up an Only Fury. That's going to be pretty huge for them. Kind of surprised Horseman didn't go for the Only Fury whilst, because they would have known that Ronin would have been going for the Fire Giant, but I didn't catch the health bars, so I don't know how low Merlin and Susano were at the time.
No, they must have just not had confidence that they could have burnt that in time. I mean, I would have been fairly confident with a level 19, nearly full built Merlin, but played it safe. Unfortunately, the Renegade Ronin have pressure in every lane thanks to these Oni waves. Also, with this Pyromancer and the Fire Giant, they are going to be at these tier 2 towers very quickly.
Yeah, definitely. Is looking a little bit rough for the next few minutes for the Horsemen, and because they've got to deal with the Only Wave and 5-man Fire Giant. So grouping up on the solo side, probably just looking to take towers at the moment, with so many towers still being up on the map. I won't be opposed to just clean sweep of all the tier 1 and tier 2s. Agni bombs, you'd see the damage is almost half health onto a solo laner. He's got a third one ready, so
yeah, I'm a huge fan of Agni. I think he's underplayed quite a lot. His lack of CC immunity and a lot of gods are able to stick to him, but the pure damage and just the poke that you can get out, as he's demonstrated from these Agni bombs.
Yeah,
this mid lane 3v3 has not been this mid lane 3v3 on the Renegade Ronins have not been shut down enough by this Headless Horseman for me. There haven't been enough forceful engagements onto this Agni. This Agni's been playing this game easily. He's not sweated once, and as you can see through his build, he's just going to be dealing a huge amount of damage to these squishies.
Yeah, and Horsemen are looking for a defense on the left here too. There's a good poke onto the Agni from the Merlin in Void stance. So definitely damage coming out of both these mid laners at the moment.
Definitely. The difference between the teams, though, is the Fire Giant is up.
Getbolt and huge damage onto Cheesy Bacon. Lingy is able to pick him up. A weak sub comes out with Gilgamesh, but Gilgamesh is so tanky now that he can get out. Baxel comes out for Medusa beads, but Nopa is potentially able to finish him off just so low. Aegis comes out for Medusa. They have done a very good defense, to be fair. A lot of low health bars. They probably aren't going to be able to push any further than this tier 2. So yeah, not too bad, to be fair. Getting a kill for tier 2 at this point isn't that bad.
No, that's Fire Giant stripped off the solo laner. Just as I was about to say before that fight started, as I was so rudely interrupted by the Renegade Ronins, the Fire Giant is the main difference on this team. So they are going to be able to go around the map, farm, heal up. Unfortunately, Cheesy Bacon won't be having the Fire Giant, but it was really well defended, actually. The Geb, I think, did an amazing job healing for his backline there. That fight could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, you got 3-man Gebolt and a 2-man knockup. It's definitely turned the fight for sure. That was fantastic play from Flory.
Definitely. And you think you can see at the minute where this win condition is going to come from, and I think it's going to come from this mid laner and the support. The support's coming up with big ults and big shields and big knockups in these team fights. And this Merlin is going to be able to hit his whole kit on each of them as long as the other teams relics are down, as you can see now. Taking a fight just before this Fire Giants comes up is going to be something that the Headless Horsemen are going to have to look at, because with this gold lead at the minute, I just don't think they have a chance in a fair fight.
Yeah, definitely a particularly fair fight. Well, they haven't got full items ahead, and star items are fairly even. You're missing a star item in the mid lane for the Merlin, but it does have some extra cooldown. So with this Gem of Fate, you see they are hovering around the Fire Giant, ready for it to land. Not opposed to Horsemen stepping up and trying to defend it. Definitely wouldn't want to step up too far, but they do have all their Phoenixes up, so they don't have to worry about that. So I think it's going to be a game of like what Legion Phantom can do in the back. Can he like poke the members of the Ronin? How low can you get them? Like just like that with the Bellona getting damage onto her.
Yeah, if I was a Susano right now, I would not be getting too close to this Bacchus and jungler. He has no beads up at the minute as the fight is starting. Gebolt down.
Oh, I missed that in the back. Cheesy Bacon is super low and does get finished off by the Medusa. Master Plan is super low as well. Legion Phantom putting out the damage. Carl 1144 is able to pick up Nope as well. Poofus needs to be careful. Here he is stepping up. Frontlining for his team, but yeah, Medusa is able to get. Oh, look at him! Aegis comes out. My words are not coming out. But yeah, that was a good fight for the Horsemen. To be fair, it's 3 for 1, and they are looking at the Fire Giant now.
Huge couple of picks off from those Medusa. First managing to get the shutdown onto the jungler, and then managing as well to take Agni out of that fight. It's going to make this a lot easier. Of a Fire Giant to take. However, the Bacchus has other plans.
Yeah, and Carl has just finished off kind of for free there. Master Plan.
They're going to steal this Fire Giant.
Damage. Yeah, Medusa is too low to step into the pit. Are they able to just take it? Surely not. Master Plan is low. Legion Phantom isn't able to get a kill. Medusa dies to the Fire Giant. It's good Aegis coming out from his army to keep herself alive. This fight is a strange one, for sure. A lot of low health bars. Fire Giant is doing bits. Lingy is able to pick up Bacchus. I don't know why everybody's still here when they're so low. But hey,
see, I'm not opposed to the Renegade Ronins of staying there, but they committed. They needed to commit to that Fire Giant if that's what they were going to take. The Izan army stepped out when the Fire Giant was an eighth of its health remaining, stepped out, took that full damage, and then she couldn't participate in that next fight. Ooh. If they were going to take that fight, they should have committed.
Oh, and a shutdown onto Legion Phantom. I really thought his army was going to die there, but unfortunately not. Gebolt just not enough to keep his jungler alive. And Wheelixol comes out for him, and they are able to get Flory 31. Carl does come in. Oh, Ultimate comes out, but isn't able to get much. He just dies there. And potentially Ronin able to actually end here. They just come down straight down the middle lane. Medusa is the only one left. Is hovering around this corner. Potentially a little, yeah, probably stepping up a little bit too far there, if I'm honest. Maybe should have looked to defend the Titan. But
I think she knew how that was going to end. She wanted to use the ultimate she had there, take a fight outside the base and try and take as much of this damage down. Unfortunate for the Headless Horseman there. They had a really good thing going for them. They had control over the Fire Giant. I think they just pushed too far into the enemy jungle at the end, and that mistake cost them. Really well played by Nopex D1. I think he played really great that game.
Yeah, Threadless's training definitely came in. Taught him a lot.
Definitely not a better coach in EU, mate.
No. So we can get a final look at the damage. Legion Phantom pumping out the numbers, and so is Pufus. Both mid laners. Ton of work for their team.
Just look at the damage between everyone and the mid laners. It really was a battle of the mid laners that game, controlling over in team fights.
Wow. Mages are absolutely cracked at the moment. They really are. So, not too surprised, if I'm honest.
No, not at all.
Okay, right. Let's get back to bands. I should reset that. Right, cool. Now, if we bear with me, I'm just going to pull up the next replay. Cool. So, good game 2. Let's just swap these around. So it's 1-up for Renegade Ronin. What are you looking for in picks and bans? Anything different?
Well, I'm going to hope that the Headless Horseman ban away this jungler. We now know that combination of knockups into the Awila ult is a viability. We know Nope is very strong on this pick. I'm hoping also that the Renegade Ronins sort of aim their picks towards this solo side. They had really good early game pressure against that Gilgamesh. It's clearly something that they practice, these solo lane ganks, and they looked very strong playing through that. It's going to give them a lot of pressure, getting their solo laner ahead, able to rotate and hopefully neutralize this Legion Phantom, who looked to be Headless Horseman's strongest player in that last game.
Yeah, he did have a very, very good game. So far,
more of the same bans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Liggy might have an absolutely cracked Saket. We don't know. I might be missing something. The first change is a Charybdis coming out. So you're going to have an Arquash band. When it comes up, there we go. So
pretty standard Charybdis ban. Probably the second safest hunter in the game, just slightly behind Hachiman Heimdall.
Yeah.
Good clear. Obviously that semi execute ultimate. These bans, things like last game, focusing through these supports, it really does make me feel like these two have either scrimmed or played with each other before. They're very support heavy, and both supports having big games last game. So with this Geb still being open for the Headless Horseman, they look to ban the Agni instead. It would have been good to see if they are going to try and pick this Geb now with it still being open.
I do like the Agni ban, to be fair. He did do a ton of damage. I'm surprised. I know Bacchus had a really good game, but so did Nope on the Awilix. Maybe could have been something that he had looked for first pick, but yeah, I personally, I'm a firm believer that Bacchus is super strong at the moment. So
yeah, he outputs a lot of damage. Very surprised at the Agni ban. This is pretty much going to guarantee, unless the Headless Horseman take this Awilish away, that Awilish is most likely going to be second or third picked here. I really would have liked to have seen them ban ban away something other than the Agni. The Agni had a very good game, but I think there are a lot more high priority bans in the mid lane than the Agni. Like I said, the Agni, no CC immunity, can be stuck to very quite easily when that stun bomb combination is down. So I would have liked to have seen a different ban come out from the Headless Horseman there, especially after the pressure that this Awilix has been put on in the last game.
It does look like Ronin are going to bring it back again to the Bacchus Awilix combo. I'm surprised they do let it through. It did look really strong. They got a lot of their early pressure through it. You know, it's so easy for an Awilix to get a pull off of the Bacchus flop. So predictable. So telegraphed.
Yep. Geb would be good here, leading into support. The only thing I could say that the Geb maybe could have tried and timed his threes better. You know, the cleanse is going to help protect his backline from these ganks. But like I said, it was pretty much guaranteed when this Bacchus was locked in that the Awilix was going to get either the second or third pick here. It's looking like more of the same from Renegade Ronin, and coming off of how they won their last game, doesn't surprise me at all. They're clearly very comfortable with these picks.
Yeah, I do like the Izanami pickup on Headless Horseman, taking it away from Ronin, making sure they don't have that insane early game pressure in the duo lane. Oh, I am trolling. That is not a Thoth pick, that's a Thoth ban. Right, there we go. So yeah, ban out Thoth. Thoth is super strong. Almost actually kind of surprised that he hasn't been looked at already. Because I think he is super strong at the moment. Another Arpoash ban coming out on the left side because I don't have Clio on the band's software. And last ban is Persephone from Headless Horseman.
These are the sorts of bans that you would be expecting to be first and second banned. These high damage, high burst meta mages at the minute, like Thoth, like you said. Very safe with his dash, great objective secure with his ultimate, able to deal out a lot of damage. Persephone, more of the same. She's got good CC with her ultimate, high damage with her plants. These are the sort of picks that you're expecting. So it is a bit unusual that they are getting left banned to this rate, but strong picks taken away from the Renegade Ronin here. I do like this from the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But I suppose it looks like Merlin and Agony are the comfort picks for these two mid laners. It's fair enough if you can play well on particular picks, then why not go back to them?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, Agni, thought of as a very average mid laner. You know, he's usually around the B or the A tier most seasons. Good Agni players are able to make the most out of their bomb stun combinations and self-peel through the use of the Noxious Gath. So definitely not opposed to the Agni ban. I do just think there were some higher priority bans. I'm expecting this Awilix to run right this second game as well, especially with this Odin being picked.
Yeah, that is interesting pick into an Awilix, if I'm honest. I wouldn't want to play that matchup from the Odin's perspective, but Carl might be comfortable with this kind of thing.
No, you know, you
Cupid as well. That's rough.
You get pulled away by this Awilix mid jump, and then you ult down, and then she gets on her Jaguar, whatever the cat it is, and just jumps over the cage. You know, there's going to be no escaping this Awilix from this Odin.
Yeah, I think with Odin, like if I'd be happy to pick it into an Awilix if there was the game for it, like all the enemies like are mobile, had dashes, that kind of thing. But almost everybody except Cupid can get out of the cage. So I'm not sure if Odin was the pick here, but we'll see how it goes. Potentially Caster's Curse about to happen. So
looking like it's going to be Odin jungle with this Ares lock-in anyway. So maybe able to use the high damaging build that he'll be able to use to burst down with the 1-2 combination, get early lead in these lanes. Like you said, the ultimate is going to be a problem, seeing as the majority of the Renegade Ronin are going to be able to escape. I'm going to assume a Phantom is going to get picked up as well. Or sorry, should I say the shell with the Phantom upgrade is not a Phantom relic anymore. Just something we didn't pick up on in the first place. But still are getting picked up. Again, very high secure around these objectives. I really do like this pick. Scylla, for a long time, been very high pick. We saw Scylla get played quite a bit last season, season before. She's always in the meta just because of the insane amount of clear she has.
Yeah, high damage, safe, great secure. You can't really go wrong with her. She's always going to be relevant unless you just nerf her damage to the ground. So, Scylla's always a good pick to have on your team. I've not put these in the right place. Cool. Right, that's should be all sorted. So, what are you looking for from Ronin to sort of improve from game? Not Ronin, sorry. Headless Horseman to improve for game 2.
Well, they impressed me in the first game. They played around solo early on, which you're seeing a lot. You're seeing it's becoming quite the meta, especially towards last season and the beginning of this season. It's going to look like playing through the solo lane, getting these solo laners an early lead, able to rotate around the map, especially with teleport glyph being up and being able to get back to their farm safely. The Renegade Ronin are really going to struggle here, I think. They haven't made their lives any easier, not banning away this Awilish, and picking this Odin into maybe not such a favourable team. They're really going to have to rely on their mid laner to come off of all of the CC that the Ares is going to be able to produce to burn through their objectives and the enemy team and get himself a sizable lead so that they can start looking for these objectives.
Yeah, definitely. I've just messed up everything again. Alright, there we go. Oh, I still can't see the... can't see the health bars. There we go. Get the key. Oh, and then we already get the kill. I'm an amazing caster. Right, okay. Nope is able to get the first blood onto Lingy in the jungle. No, I'm with you, right. So I really had to sort out those names because that was annoying me. Duralane. I've just realised Ares and his army, there's going to be some insane pressure for the Headless Horseman. So definitely a good counter, and Ares into a Bacchus as well. That's definitely pretty good.
Yeah. This is an army, such a contestable pick. Just how easy she can clear the wave when paired with someone like Ares as well, with the change which is going to cripple the enemy team. It's such a high amount of output. We saw earlier on that early kill from Nope onto the Osiris, which is actually going to be in the jungle, not the Odin in the jungle.
Yeah.
Strange pick for Osiris in the jungle. I'm going to assume that's another comfort pick.
Yeah, we did see a fair bit of it at the start of the season. But as Awilix comes in for the gank, gets a knock up onto Flory 31. Should be able to finish off the kill. Yeah, Master Plan does pick it up. So Ronin are 2 kills in the lead now. Lingy, though, looking for a speed buff and a solo kill from Carl onto Cheesy Bacon. Pufus is able to secure the speed buff, so that's unfortunate for Lingy because that's a lot of time wasted for him, especially when he's already behind. But Carl putting in the work in the solo lane to get a solo kill. That's pretty good from an Odin as well. And looking for a blue buff invade now as well. Do get the stun onto Awilix. Getting very, very low. Feather Step keeps him alive for a little bit, but Bird Bomb is just so much damage. Cheesy Bacon may be looking for the kill on Lingy, but the blink comes out into safety. Can't see him not getting out here.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want from the Headless Horseman. The complete polar opposites of last game. This Odin, 2 kills on the board, sizable lead. Yeah, and Lingy able to invade a couple of the camps on the other side of the map. It's looking a lot more positive from the solo lane from the Headless Horseman this time.
Yeah.
Much less of a lead, negligible lead at this point in the game. So yeah, very well improved from last game. Very impressed.
Yeah, definitely. So far. Right. Early rotation coming out from the Ares, already in the middle lane.
Yeah, usually you see supports rotate around level 5, but clearly he's going to be, like I said, trying to get this Merlin ahead, rotating to farm. You know, it really is going to be the win condition for the Headless Horseman, I think, this game. Getting this mid laner ahead, as he just did so much for them last game.
Yeah, he did. He put in the work for sure. You see a fight going on. Oh,
Fight in the jungle.
Oh, comes out from Lingy. Does get the kill onto Nope. Maybe showing that he isn't the best of Wheelix in EU, unfortunately. Threadus' training isn't coming out too hot.
No, and this Bellona's just gone a little bit too far.
Yeah. Oh, the ult does come out though to keep herself alive. But yeah, Florian and Lingy just able to sort of run right in their back camps. Nothing Ronin can do at the moment.
Yeah, completely missed that Bellona's ult was up. Well played for her to from the solo lane she's bacon to be able to get out of there. Like I said, the Headless Horseman are playing much more positively. Around the solo lane this game, giving them another win condition. Should really stop doubting this Lingy as well about this Osiris pick. He's playing very well, managing to get that kill onto Nope earlier on.
Yeah, Osiris brings a lot of early pressure, definitely compared to Awilix. Awilix really comes on line in sort of the mid-game, level 12-ish. Obviously, you get the utility from her at level 5, and she can be quite strong then, but level 12 is when she sort of usually hits quite a big power spike.
Yeah, but she's going to have a couple of targets on the enemy team this time with the Odin, as well as all the utility that the Bacchus is going to bring from his knockups.
Yeah, sure. Looks like potentially again Cheesy Bacon. Carl may be able to get another solo kill actually. Might not even need the help, and he doesn't. Carl playing absolutely lights out on this Odin. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And a pause comes out now. So, what do we think so far? Obviously, Carl is playing amazing on this Odin, and 2 solo kills to his name. Cheesy Bacon, unfortunate for him.
Yep, this solo laner's playing really impressively onto this game. So he's built the Runeforged hammer. He's going to be able to proc that whenever he hits his stun, really, of his spear. Each team not really made a lot of presence around the duo lane, and as you can see, both duo laners have gone for the Devourer's Gauntlet. They're really just trusting the ADCs to just farm up, get this item online, and make it to the late game where they're going to be able to take all these towers and objectives. The shift in priority to the solo lane for Headless Horseman, I think it was a good strategy, and clearly it's paying off.
Yeah, definitely. Just trying to fast forward this pause. There we go. That was quite a long pause, I'm not going to lie. I was going at like 16 times speed for a good 30 seconds. So, Headless Horseman have got a gold lead for, I think it's the first time this set, actually. So, yeah, definitely showing more signs of life in this game. Not that they were at all one-sided. Oh, ult comes out from Pufus. A lot of damage onto the Ares, but he is just so tanky, especially with his 2. Even this early in the game, Bacchus comes out. He is looking for more. And a lot of damage. He is low, trying to get the Dukes, but Pufus is able to get the kill. Finally able to shut down the Ares. But Lingy is around, potentially looking for the Bacchus, although Bacchus is going to be pretty tanky and pretty safe at this point. But the burn from Merlin is there. Osiris comes out, but just enough damage. Is able to pick up the kill, taking a tower shot. Nope is here, but a little bit late on the rotation. Maybe if it's a little bit early, might be able to pick up the Merlin.
Yeah, he's still looking for a little bit of pressure around that red buff. The Osiris, with the Osiris always being in his back pocket,
Good blinking from Nope. I really thought he was perhaps stepping up a little bit too far there, but he's able to pick up the kill. Not the red buff. At least Lingy's able to secure that for his team. Yeah, that was a good play from Nope, showing his Wheelix is still good. It's not washed too yet.
No, not washed yet. Just as I was about to say, that Cyrus ult always being in your back pocket, it doesn't matter how far that Bacchus is going to flop away, that Cyrus is just going to follow him right back. But it was really well played by Nope to sense the lack of ability to fight there.
Yeah.
From the mid jungle combination, pressuring out this red buff and able to get a kill onto this mid laner, which is huge at the minute in this game, seeing as how well that Merlin was playing last game.
Yeah. ADC's trading ultimates. No relics used just yet. Oh, I'm missing a kill. Poof is picking up Legion Phantom in the middle lane. Sarsol comes out. Cyril comes out.
Well dodged.
Yeah, well dodged. Maybe could have just held that and ran. Lingy is able to pick him up. Bologna comes out and Nope does pick up the kill onto Lingy. So both sides trading kills. 2 for 1 in favour of Ronin. Gold leads just 400 gold is practically nothing at this point. At any point in the game.
No, practically nothing. But I am impressed at how if you think of how big the gold difference was, around about 2k at this point last game, the Headless Horsemen have done really well this game to make sure that they're trading kills, they're maintaining level on farm. They've improved a lot since the last game. Clearly picking picks that they're a lot more comfortable on. Is an army stepping up maybe a little bit too close here?
I don't think he knew that Bacchus was there. If Bacchus has that could be a kill, unfortunate. But yeah, with that obelisk is just doing so much damage. And I think Bacchus is probably one of the best supports in the game, along with Ares actually, to have that in the early, because you're doing so much damage anyway. Obelisk does that. Oh, and I'm missing even more kills. Lingy is able to pick up Cheesy Bacon, who is having a bit of a rough game on this Bologna, unfortunately. Carl showing that he is the true Bologna player. But now we can see a hover coming from Ronin around the
This is ambitious.
Yeah.
Even this Ares just being here, that's enough pressure to make this Renegade Ronin's team sweat a little bit. As you just see them drop it.
Cupidot comes out for Ares. Does pull in the Wheelix. Lingy is here, and good rotation from Carl. Flory so low, but Bacchus isn't able to pick him up. Izanami comes out with the ult and is able to pick up that kill on Bacchus. Now the tables have turned. Headless Horsemen are looking at the Gold Fury, and Ronin are on the back foot. Yeah,
that was beautifully killed from the Headless Horseman there. Really thought that the Ares was going to be dead there. Got to be careful with this Scylla though, as they do take her down. Lingy is having a great game.
Yeah, he is. He's able to close this distance with this Osiris ult so well.
Look at the amount of damage he does.
He's just non-stop. But
unfortunate.
Master Plan is able to lifesteal through it. Cheesy Bacon does rotate in, but now is a 1v3, 1v4, and it is super low. Carl is chasing for the kill, but Odin Cage still hasn't been used yet, and is able to finish with the kill. Carl,
unlucky.
Unfortunate. 4-0 before.
There's an army. Maybe wants to look out here. Yeah. Don't think she quite realises Bacchus is here.
And Nope on the Wheelix, but Ares is here doing a ton of damage. Nope is so low. Legion Phantom able to get the kill. Bacchus is super low as well, but just got the Duke shoes on. And I think Horseman might actually be able to potentially look for this tier 1 tower. But they decide not to do it. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too greedy.
decide against it. The Cupid spawning up soon. Even though the mid laner was pushing out that tower, it wouldn't take too long to rotate out. Really well played by the Headless Horseman there, though, to get that kill onto Nope there.
It's a good time.
Turn this game around completely. Lingy is having an amazing game with this Osiris. He's managing to stick onto these targets, not giving them any space to breathe. He's always got that ultimate to chase down.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm missing another kill. God. Masterplan is able to get the solo kill onto Vubix. I think that's how you say the name. I do apologise if I've hashed that. Got the 1 level lead in solo lane. I'm kind of surprised that Carl is only 1 level ahead with how well he's been playing kills wise.
Maybe... we saw a lot. We saw last game how well the Renegade Ronins were able to farm. Being 1 and 4, but still being around about 2 levels down. He's not done too bad for himself now. This Odin's going to want to be careful. This mid laner and support looking for a gank potentially on the right lane.
Yeah, Bacchus is around. Scylla's gone back to farming. I don't think they get the kill here. Odin is just so safe. Good stun, good knock up. But yeah, he is so tanky. He's got Breastplate of Valor and Runeforge. I don't think you're going to be able to get a kill there. Flory looking like he's wanting to handle this Gold Fury. Maybe just testing to see how quickly Ronin show up. They aren't here yet, but Merlin isn't looking for the burn on it. So Ares has lost out on majority of his health bar for kind of nothing. Osiris comes out for safety, and so does Scylla, but Lingy is picked up from the Bacchus. Good belly flop. Odin Cage comes out, locking in 2. Cheesy Bacon super low. Cupid,
there's an army.
Huge feels of love, but Cheesy Bacon gets out by the skin of his car. Poofus gets a kill onto Carl. 1-1-4-4. Nope is able to pick up Legion Phantom. And Ares just gets blown up before his ultimate can finish. Huge damage coming out from the Scylla. And now Ronin looking at the Gold Fury. This is burning quick, and it's gone.
Well, yeah, that was really well played by Poofus, if that was intentional, that too, detonating and killing the Ares just before saving his Bacchus. Very scrappy fight around that Gold Fury, Merlin, whilst he was using his kit to zone out the enemy team, he was trading out the fact that none of that damage was going on the Gold Fury, so that was why it took so long for them to burn that out. Really just giving the Renegade Ronin free reign, to chase them down after they'd taken just so much damage from that objective.
Yeah, that was maybe not cool. I know you can sort of beta Gold Fury and try and force a fight, but end up being with Ares taking majority of his health bar, and for nothing really. They dropped it. They didn't try and burn it. They didn't try and just secure it. I think it was maybe not the cool, because then you end up in a fight and your support's super, super low.
Yeah, you see the gold lead now. Renegade Ronin have managed to get that up after that Gold Fury fight. Now would be the moment to worry for the Headless Horsemen, because their leads have almost been cut down in all of the lanes. This Cupid has got a massive lead now. Barely a 1-level lead for this Osiris. Same goes for the solo laner. Looking for a fight onto the left, but this is really where the Headless Horsemen need to group up as 5 and push for this farm, push for kills. They want to be the team that gets the Fire Giant first. They were unlucky with the last game with how that fight went, but with what they've shown so far in the early game, I don't have any doubt that they're going to be able to
solo kill again. Bologna forced out. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, not a problem.
Might be looking at the 3rd solo kill nearly.
Maybe if this Osiris comes around the back, I don't think the Bologna is there.
Yeah, but I barely, potentially not even needed there. But looks like Lingy is going to be able to finish off the kill onto Cheesy Bacon. Bacchus and Medusa and Wheelix have all rotated in. Ares ult is coming out, probably going to put on Bacchus. Yep, and but belly flop. Bacchus being so safe. He's got Pridwin as well for the instant shield off the ult. A good damage coming from the Scylla, but not quite enough to kill off Carl yet. Odin shield just keeping him healthy.
A lot of
Um,
utility used by both teams there. Not really much come out. I say that, however, Headless Horseman looking to pressure out this Pyromancer. Good decision, just whilst the front line there.
I'm not sure it was the play to jump in as Bacchus there. Yeah, you've used your escape there, but
Oh, not good jump in there either.
yeah, great ultimate coming out from Nope, and good follow up from Pufus. The damage. It was a good early rotation as well from the Izanami. Nope able to get the Legion Phantom in the back. Oof.
Good double kill. This Awilix
Izanami's-
just does so much damage.
Yeah, she does.
So much damage.
Nope is playing lights out on it. Definitely worth a ban in future games, I think.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I do think the Headless Horsemen shot themselves in the foot a little bit by not banning away this Awilix, especially with this Bacchus. You know, the Odin there just unlucky. This is what happens when you don't go for the beads into this Awilix comp. You know, he's just going to be so easy to pluck
They start up
when he's
Fire
jumped.
Giant. I don't know if Horseman know about it. Osiris is coming around the back. But I don't think he's going to be there on time. Gets the secure from Scylla, but he is able to kill off Scylla. But to be honest, I think that's probably worth it. If as long as Ronin can get out alive, and it looks like they will be, got numbers advantage. That was whoever made that call, great decision. It's a free Fire Giant almost.
Definitely a good decision. Unfortunate that Pufus was to take too much damage there.
Ooh,
Oh, so we've got a big fight coming out here.
Down, blown up comes out, but the Awilix gets
Again.
the Odin. Huge Ares ult, burning a lot of
Big
cooldowns.
Big Osiris ult.
Yeah, there's some good ults coming out from Headless Horseman, but the health pass just, I don't think the damage was going on to the same targets. Coordination wasn't quite there, unfortunately, but I'm surprised. A lot of good ults, both Osiris from Ares. Odin got like a 3-man cage, but unfortunately just aren't able to finish off the kills.
Yeah, that Osiris got picked very early on into that fight. Like I was saying, no beads. You know, as soon as the Awilix sees him jump, he's just thinking, well, yep, thank you very much. I'll take that free kill.
Yeah.
Outputting just so much damage at the minute. You know, he's going to be going into the serrated edge now. 4% pen. It's going to be easier and easier as this game goes on to better kill that solo laner. Taking down these towers right now, it's going to be a lot of gold in the Renegade Ronin's pockets.
Yeah, and again, they're looking, they're hovering around this Gold Fury. Going to be able to pick up an Oni, potentially. Again, just after a Fire Giant, so sort of a repeat of game one there.
Definitely, and if you look at the player damage charts on the left, I've just noticed is the amount of high damage numbers that the Headless Horsemen are putting out. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, the Odin out damaging the 5 and 3 Scylla on the other team, but they're still losing these team fights. You know, the damage is just getting spread out too much. They're not able to focus the damage onto the Cupid or to the Scylla. You know, and they're just going to get stronger and stronger as the game goes on.
Yeah, I think that is unfortunately where Horseman has fallen short this game a little bit. You can see by the charts they are doing a ton of damage, but it's just not on the same targets. They're not finishing off the kills. So Ronin are just looking around to take down all of these towers. Thinking better of going for tier 2 on the left. Deciding against it.
But instead they're going to back up and pick these Lotuses up. They're going to be very highly contested this season. You know, you saw it a lot during the SPL qualifiers. You know, teams are realizing just how much this scepter does for each team. As you see it come up there for the Renegade Ronin, the Bacchus will be very happy to pick that up, to take it away from the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, definitely. It is so strong. And at this point in the game, I'd probably be looking to get it onto the Bologna. Potentially onto the Awilix. But I think the Bologna is definitely going to be the target to pick it up. But they have actually left it down, so maybe looking for Bacchus to actually pick it up. I suppose it's not too bad. I suppose Bacchus is, as supports go, definitely more of an aggressive support, and he's going to be probably diving the enemy team quite a bit.
Yeah, it's never a bad idea to put it on the support. He's going to constantly be up in the other team's face, constantly outputting that damage that the scepter does. Just as these headless horsemen seem to be half and half about defending this tier 2. I think they made the right decision there. Never a good idea at this point. Fire Giant up for the Ronin. It's never a good idea to defend this tier 2.
Legion Phantom again on the Merlin just has a lot of poke damage, but a lot of damage potential. Otherwise, I might just be looking to get the long range poke in that Void stance. Bacchus is taking a lot of damage from this tower. Blown comes out for the Odin ult. Cupid Fields of Love is out, and Ares is just blown up before his ultimate comes off. Yeah. Heavenly Sprints popped, and
big knock-up.
Again, the Awilix ult onto this Odin. This is what we were worried about in picks and pans. Where this Odin, when it hits the late game, doesn't matter how tanky you are, you're going to get picked over and over again. Huge damage coming onto the Izanami, and looks like she's going to get shut down. There we go. Turning around back for the Phoenix. Nope is looking low. And Master Plan stepping up a little bit too far. As an ADC, probably should be on the Phoenix, but chooses to go for the 1v2. A lot of low health bars. Good Phoenix fight. And, Phoenix and 1v3. That's definitely a huge win for Ronin.
Yeah, huge win for Ronin. Headless Horseman, though, very lucky that they were able to get all that damage out and able to get a kill onto the ADC, because they could have ended the game right there.
Yeah,
I think Osiris, seeing a lot of those low health bars at the end, made the right decision not to chase them down, instead to go up and pick this farm up.
Yeah, definitely. If they got, if Cupid survived and was still healthy, they could have maybe looked for another Phoenix with only 2 people defending. But Master Plan stepping up a little bit too far there and losing that on his life. So.
The Ronin are going to have lots of pressure going onto this Fire Giant. You see Nope soloing down 512, 498. Just the amount of damage that he's outputting is insane.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going into some crit last. I'm actually interested to see what he picks up. He picks up a Deathbringer. Interesting call on the Awilix. But I've seen stranger things. I've seen Wind Demon Camazots. I've seen my jungle pick up dominance on Awilix first item. So, hey.
I mean, it's not too bad a pick. He's able to get out a lot of AA cancels throughout the knock-up. Knock-up, auto-attack, 2, auto-attack. Wondering if it's going to be an Envenom Deathbringer, or if he's even going to get a chance to upgrade it at all, as they are just storming this right-hand Phoenix.
Yeah, the Fire Giant was free. Horsemen didn't feel like they were in a place to defend, and to be fair, 12k down, or would probably have been 10k down, and a Phoenix down on the left side. I wouldn't want to defend either.
No, can't quite see where this left side minion wave is, but we're going to assume that it will be coming in soon. You can just see it at the back of the map. This is the signal for the Renegade Ronin to attack this.
Big Ares ult, but loads of ults being forced out. There's so much damage coming out. So many low health bars, but Izanami is killed off. Lingy is killed off. So that's a 2 for nothing so far, but this Phoenix is still healthy. That's one thing that Horsemen have got going for them. Merlin is still untouched. Sort of free casting in the back, but Nope is there. Legion Phantom is able to flicker away. Tons of damage coming out. Oh, Legion Phantom is so low. Cupid Heart Bombs is going to be able to finish him off, and Poopus is able to pick up Carl 1144. The ultimate comes out again from Nope, and huge damage, and there it goes. The Titan is burned away super quick. Ended up being nothing for 5 Deicide and Phoenix and a Titan. Very, very good fight from Ronin. I think at the start of that game, Horsemen looked a lot stronger. But I think Ronin sort of ran away with it after the first FG fight.
Yeah, look, we pointed out in the picks and bans that the Awilix was going to be a problem in this game, especially if they, after the pick again. Some great knockups coming out there. But picking the Odin into the Awilix, as good as Carl played in the early game, and the Headless Horseman did play very well overall, I think, much better than they did the first game. They just gave the Awilix too many tools to farm up. Just look at the gold difference between the Awilix and the rest of the team. The amount of damage that the Awilix was pumping out there. Almost as much as the solo laner.
Yeah. What's interesting is structure damage on the side of Horseman, though. It's only 893 damage from the Izzen army, and then no other damage from anybody else. So not able to get onto those structures. I think Nope did a much better job game 2 of shutting down the Merlin, because he was the primary problem, I think, in game 1. But yeah,
yeah, definitely.
really good games. Thoroughly enjoyed those. My Smite is about to crash because I've just had a pop up. So I'm going to end the stream now before it dies. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll catch you in the next cast. This has been your boy Lockie and Pentacruel Harrison, the Stiller himself.
Thank you guys. Thank you for joining.
In a bit.